Hey you guys, how you doing? Once in a lifetime, you'll experience one of your friends or an acquaintance will say, "Hey, I've got the deal of a lifetime," and they'll send you a link to a multi-level marketing strategy or a Ponzi scheme or some kind of a networking thing. Well, this is one of those, I guess, but it's made really maybe more important, and it really will. Um, have the potential to change your life. So your friend, your nephew, or your buddy, your Polly Hart, Paul Bradley Hart, has written a really cool book about wisdom, and it's exploring the ideas that wisdom can bring to you in your life, and our lives, and others' lives, and he's asking for your help to read, add to, get rid of the garbage from the idea of the book, the base foundation for what can be. So this is maybe for you something just interesting on the side. Yeah, I'll add a little bit here and there, but no problems. But what I'm asking for is I'm asking for a deep connection. I'm asking for you to really take a look at the book, and I'm giving it to you along with the non-disclosure agreement, for you, because you're important to me. You are important to me in that I want you to be better in your life. I want you to be wiser in your life. I want you to be smarter, stronger, more capable, because the only difference between the you now and the multi-million-dollar you later is what you haven't learned and haven't put into practice yet. So really, yeah, it's about sharing wisdom with others, but it's also about a tangible asset that we can call our own so that we can create money from this. If this is, I guess, just for me and maybe me and my wife, yeah, just for us, or maybe you want to get so involved that you want to attach yourself to this wholeheartedly, a glorious get out of the rat race schemata plan to finally escape so that the passive income you create can exceed the bills that are coming in and going out, so your T balance is at zero, so you can just spend all your time creating more passive income endeavors. Because if you look at a really big river, it's just got a lot of little tiny streams coming in, right? If this is that for you, or if it's just one of many other streams, then yay. If it's something you don't want to be involved in, that's fine too. The torch will go to somebody else. Somebody else will say, "Wow, this is what I've been waiting for. How can I get more involved?" So, but you have first, you have first strike. You have law of first refusal. You have the ability to say, "Aha, Polly, this is something that doesn't suck, and it's pretty cool. And I think it'd be better if you did this, 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 and this." And by golly, write it poignantly and poetically, and it'll go in the book. So, but no matter what you do, no matter what your input, it will be put into the calibration and put on the T-chart and say yes, and maybe, and no, and maybe later. The yes and maybe later situations will come in instantiation numero dos, where we are going to have a larger digital version of this physical copy. Well, not a physical copy. You don't have a physical copy unless you hold your computer up and say, "Hey, here it is." Yeah. But the physical copy, that's the book, the 500-page book that people will get, there's going to be an addition to a digital version that will have links to click on to jump back and forth. It'll be a lot easier for them to say, so I-9 relates to V2. Oh, okay, click, bing, bang. That's coming later. And it can have a hyperlink. Hey, here's what so-and-so said about this, or here's a story from so-and-so about this. Read this story, so that it's a living document. And I don't like that term only because of the constitutional equation for what it is. That's my political opinion. I mean, I don't have opinions, and if I did, I'd never voice them in public. So, but anyway, the living document that it is, it will become larger and grow deeper and more profound. Just like, let's just say the I Ching, or let's just say Proverbs, the book of Proverbs that Solomon wrote. There are books about Proverbs that are very poetic and very, very, but some of them are just straight exegesis. Here's what this verse means literally, and then here's a possible application. Or so there's books about the books about the books about the books. Someone can write a book or an essay about, hey, I refute this person's idea of this interpretation to this. So as Solomon would have said, all that's ridiculous, but he might have said, well, all that has a really valid point. I think it does have valid points. I think that ideas about the main idea, about those ideas, have a place. And were I to write a silly parable or a silly fable, it could go in. It could go in somewhere. And if it doesn't go in, well, then fine. That's fine. I'll save it for whatever, a book. Oop, I flipped my screen. So yeah, so this is for you, and it's for others, but it's also for you first. You have primary objective to create with me a legacy of lasting wisdom, a tome that will endure for the generations. And come with me. Thanks.